Good morning, party people. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the jungle. Good morning. I'm not ready to be on camera yet, so just take a good look at that house stuff. Ooh, I'm starting late this morning, y'all. I tried to. So the snow outside my house, my landscaper was supposed to come do it, but he ended up hurting himself. So the ice, the snow, which is basically just a big block of ice now, is still in the front of my house, and I don't own a shovel. Well, I'm waiting for. I just ordered one. Really? Myself together. Party people. And by party, I mean learn about business and legal concepts. Alright? If you're coming in, I cannot see your comments because I'm not on the screen. I'm walking around, I have my mic. I feel very cool with the microphone. And I found that the best way to hold my microphone is to just clip it to my hair. Excuse me. Like, yeah. Alright. I'm getting ready for the day. Ready for the day. Yeah, so, don't worry, I will be on screen momentarily. I just have to get appropriate. Because Mama is in her 90. Just trying to. Ooh! 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 Yeah, they hate, but they broke blue. Where is young M.A.? Where is young M.A.? Where is that young lady? With her head, but they broke blue. Yeah. Ooh. God, I think I officially worked off all the damage I did over the holidays. The girl was bloated. And, the fupa was fooping, extra fupa. But, now that I've been back on my regular routine for the last few weeks. Okay, in order. For those of you who were looking for me last night, I fell asleep. I'm not even gonna hold you. I fell asleep. I woke up and it was 7:45. Like I laid on the couch. I was watching something, and then next thing I know, I wake up. It's 7:45. And I'm like, you know what? God wanted me to rest, so I'm gonna rest. So that is what I did last night. So yeah, so there's no show this week. I'm not doing a makeup show because I don't want to. What is this? Let me see your foot. My dog is growling at me, y'all. I don't know why. Nigga, are you bleeding? What's wrong, baby? Okay. Hey, okay, y'all. Yes, I'm here trying to get myself ready for today. Give me a minute. Yes. Hey, bro. Who's in here? All right, here I am. Yeah. So I'm just getting ready for the day, y'all. I gotta turn on my computer. I gotta turn on my computer. I have to get my coffee ready. And make the fire go out. Is this the end of him now? Coming with the thunder flame. The fire. Can you tell that I watch K-pop Demon Hunters a lot? Alright, let me fix my lamp. Oh, I should have made this a shoppable live. But guys, if you're interested in a filming lamp, I would really suggest this one right here. It's in my showcase. You can go to my page and look for it, but like, look. Right? Very nice. Very nice. So, I have the links to these in my showcase if you're interested in something like that, okay? Alright. Ray! Hey, doll. Listen. I was supposed to come on last night, and I fell asleep. My usual show's at 7 o'clock. I woke up at 7:45, and God told me to go back to sleep. So, I am here restarting everything, letting people know I'm still alive. How are you doing, Coach Ray? Y'all, if you need a TikTok coach teaching you how to monetize, teaching you how to really use this app to its fullest potential, y'all want to check out Ray's World Live Host Coach. She is thebomb.com. She's funny, she's knowledgeable, and she's, you know, she's a cutie patootie, all right? She's a cutie patootie, so get with her. All right, so I'm still waking up, y'all. Y'all are waking up with me, so allow me a moment to clear my head. Of course, yes. So, yes, guys. So you're waking up with me. Just give me a moment to you know, really get into the world, because I'm not in the world yet. I gotta log into work. I gotta go set up my coffee. So you guys are coming along with me for that, so you can see how I get myself how I get myself ready. All right, because you know, when you see me here, I'm usually very high energy and that doesn't just happen. Yes, I'm a morning person, but I have routines and systems that need to get done in order for me to have that high energy, and those things are not together yet. So, so we were not on last night, but we are still talking about these new terms of service for TikTok. Oh, fuck. We are still talking about these new terms of service for TikTok, okay? Everybody is very worried about it. And if you missed my live stream, I did a live stream the other day where I went through the entire. What are you doing? Where I went through the entire terms of service. We read it line by line, okay, and explained what everything meant. If you want access to that recording, you know what? If you want access to that recording, if you want me to send it to you directly, it's gonna cost you a galaxy. Okay, so if you want the recording of the line by line reading of the terms of service, it's gonna cost you a galaxy. Where's the galaxy? Is this the galaxy? Is this a galaxy? Okay, yeah, all right. Yes. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Hey, Thomas. Yes, guys. So everybody is still freaking out about these new terms of service. But again, I did a line by line reading from top to bottom of it to help you understand exactly what the rules are. So if you are interested in that recording, if you want me to send it to you directly, it's going to cost you a galaxy, okay? All right. But if you have questions about the new terms of service, you can, this is a time for you to ask that here. Okay, so if you're wondering about what they're doing with your content, so one of the things that I want you guys to understand, what's very, very important, is a lot of people, they're saying, ooh, I'm deleting my account. Hey, Thomas, guys, make sure that you link up with my friend Thomas. He is a jack of all trades, a renaissance man. Don't be in his inbox trying to be, freaky deaky though, because he belongs to Hotel Pennsylvania and she will fight you. Just kidding. But yes, yeah. So one of the things that I want, a lot of people have been saying, well, I'm deleting my account. I'm going somewhere else. Guys, because they don't want TikTok to have access to their stuff. It doesn't matter if you go to another account, even if you delete your entire account, even if you delete all your posts, guys, it's still on TikTok's servers, and they can use it however they want on the app. That is the agreement that you make the moment you use the app. Okay, so please don't think that if you delete everything, thank you. Please don't think that if you delete anything that it's gone into the ether. No, it's still on their servers. It is still on their servers. Okay. As well, the big things that you need to know. One, even if you don't post something, this is another thing. Thank you for the comments, honey. Even if you don't post something, let's say you have something that you were editing, right? And you know how when you edit something, you might not post it, and then you maybe you put it in your drafts or whatever. Even if you don't post it, or even if you say yes, drafts, even if you don't post it or you just leave it in your drafts, it is still on TikTok's servers, okay? So, and they still have it. And according to the rules, they can use it however they want, irrevocably, in perpetuity for their app, okay? So please understand that, even if you haven't posted it, as long as it has been uploaded into their system in some fashion, in some way, they've got your information, okay? Now, here's the thing. Here's the kicker, guys. Everybody is so appalled at this, right? All the other apps are doing it. All the other apps are doing it, guys. Listen, if you are on the Meta apps, if you are on whatever, there's that new app across the street that people have been calling they've been calling it TT in a cheap suit, right? Even that app, all of them are gathering your data. There is big money in data collection. So that's why we can use these apps for free, guys, because these platforms, they're collecting our data and using it to make money. All right. Please don't ever think that when you are on a social media app that you have any expectation of privacy. Don't put anything on here that you don't want in the public. Don't put anything on here that you hold as proprietary, because whatever platform you're on, they can. What the crap? Bro, because whatever platform you're on, by virtue of you using that platform, you have given them permission to use it. If you compare the terms of service for the Meta apps to the TT terms of service, they're not that different. TT is just very specific and very clear about the fact that they are using fuck, using your stuff to train their AI models, and for other brand deals. Like now, the only people who are probably really, really, really going to be affected by the new terms of service are those who have been on here doing reviews for brands, without a brand deal. So if you were doing, reviews of products and things like that, in the hopes that a brand would see you and, cut you a deal like the Dr. Pepper girl, those are going to probably be a problem now, because what TikTok can now do is, they can essentially bypass you guys and make deals with the brands themselves, right? So I'm just using a beauty brand because I just got something in the mail from them, Neutrogena. So if Neutrogena wants to do some type of TikTok campaign, right? Usually what they would do is they would find some influencers and make them brand partners. What they can do now is go to TikTok and say, hey, TikTok, we would like to do a brand deal with you. And then TikTok can go and scrape all of the posts, all of the reviews, anybody who's ever done anything for Neutrogena, on the TikTok app, they can go and scrape that and use it as ads for Neutrogena, and they don't have to pay you. So people who do product reviews, the user generated content, you are the ones who are probably going to be the most affected by the terms of service. Okay. Yeah. So what else? So that's the terms of service. But also, guys, you need to be reading all of the policies. So I did a reading of the privacy policy. I did a reading of the community guidelines policy. The privacy policy tells them, the privacy policy tells you exactly what information they're collecting it and how they're collecting it and how they use it and how they share it. Okay. So that's in the privacy policy. Again, if you want the recording for that, I can get it to you directly. It will cost you a galaxy. Okay. If you want any of these recordings that I did reading the policies, they're going to cost you a galaxy. Now that's if you want me to send it to you directly. I do have it, in places, but if you want me to make it easy for you, make it easy for me. Send your girl something, okay? Yes. Hold on. What's up, baby? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we did the terms of service, we did the privacy policy, we did the community guidelines. So this Saturday, what I plan on, actually, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna wait for Saturday. This what I'm gonna do. We're gonna read the music terms of service this morning. Okay. Where's the cover? Shit. Hold on, y'all. I lost the cover to my microphone. Ugh, okay. Whatever. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, because I didn't do the show last night, I don't really have any. Hold on, y'all. I need to go tinkle. Let me turn this mic off. There must have been an angel by my side. Something to you. Ooh. There must have been an angel by my side. Something to you. There must have been an angel by my side. Yeah, they had, but they broke though. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Is it on? Is it on? Yes. Okay. So, guys, what we are going to do this morning, because I didn't do the live show last night, is we're going to review the music policies of TikTok. Okay. A lot of you are on here, your DJs, your artists, and things like that. So it would behoove you to understand, what's happening with the music that you use on here. So let me get myself together. Y'all gonna stay with me. If you can hear me, can you please type "I can hear you" in the comments? If you can hear me, please type "I can hear you" in the comments. Because I moved my mic. Now I clipped it to my glasses. I think this is a much better location for it. Let me find one of these things. All right, this is the watch. Okay, I got so many plugs, y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy, baby. It's crazy, baby. Nobody can hear me? Can you hear me? Is it on? Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, there we go. Yes. So, all right, let me pull this up. There must have been an angel by my side. Something, 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 something to you. Okay. All right, let me pull this up so that we will be ready to go for that when I come back down. Hold on. Okay. Well, y'all, my setup, my live streaming setup is chaotic, but it works for me, okay? It works for me. There must have been an angel by my side. What? Foot. Hello. There must have been an angel by my side. Okay, let's do this. Talk. Terms. Service. US. Okay. Are we here? Yes. All right. So, since I didn't do a show last night, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over music terms and we're going to go over commercial music library terms, okay? That is what we're going to do today. Okay. And they're pretty short, so it shouldn't take us too... Well, we'll just do music. We'll just do the music terms, okay? That's what we're going to do today. We are going to go over music terms for TikTok. And just to let you guys know, TikTok has policies for everything. They have policies for music, for branded content, for buyers, for sellers, for intellectual property, for children's privacy, for adult privacy. Like, the policies are never ending because they want to protect themselves. So if you as a business owner, take it over TikTok. They see why all okay. There must have been an angel by my side. Something to you. To me. It's the power of love. Okay. Hey. All right. Hi. Yeah. Ain't this what you came for? Don't you wish you came up? Dooba. All right. Dooba. Okay, so now we are do this. Okay, there we go. So now we are all right. Now I can share this out. I honestly don't care that I dropped a lead because okay. There must have been an angel by my side. Something to you. Zoo is the power of love. Is the power. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, guys. So what we're going to do this morning is we are going to read over the music terms of service. Okay. So if you're ready, who's in here? Is anybody in here? Hey, friend, who all in? Hey, 4 layers. Do you want to hear about the music terms of service? Let me know. Give me a tap, something. Let me know you alive. Are you alive? 4 layers? Oh, you ain't even in here. Okay. That's cool. That is cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to big up myself. You know how I'm going to big up myself? I'm going to go to my alternate accounts. And check it. There must have been an angel by my side. Ooh, yeah. All right. So now I'm watching myself on my altar. Let me send myself a heart me, okay? Send me a heart me. That's me. That's my altar, guys. That's where I post my fitness content. If you're interested, don't even, that thing is really just for me, honestly. There we go. Okay. So, let me, where's my tap it up. Tap it up. I said tap it up. Okay. There must have been an angel by my side. All right. Okay, guys. Here we are. Let's get ourselves together. As we read the terms of service for the Tickety Talk. Okay. There must have been an angel by my side. Something to you. to you. I think it's too high. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. So listen, me getting ready, it's a process. Let me cook. Let it cook. All right. So let's get through this. The introduction. Oh no, I need this over here. Big girl come through frying shit. Let it cook. All this sauce I'm trying shit. Let it cook. Let it cook. Okay. So let's okay. Here we go. Introduction, the music terms of service, okay? These became effective January of this year. Introduction. TikTok's mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy. And we know that for some users, music can be part of that expression and individuality on TikTok. That's why we've partnered with music rights holders to permit the use of copyrighted music in your TikTok videos. So what that means is they're saying, hey, we know y'all love the music. So we got permission from the people who hold the rights to the music so that you can use it. That's why you can have people doing full DJ sets on here, okay? Big Low come through frying shit. Let it cook. What else? Copyrighted videos. These music terms are intended to help you understand how music can be used on TikTok. As a TikTok user, you agree that your use of music will follow these music terms: the TikTok terms of service, the community guidelines, and the privacy policy, which govern your use of the platform. All capitalized terms used but not defined in these music terms shall have the meaning set out in the TikTok terms of service. So that is the introduction. Hello, Stan. How you doing? So they're just saying, look, we know y'all like music. We know you like to use music. So we got you permission from the music rights holders to use music. That is what the introduction says. Okay, now we're getting to the general terms. All right. General terms. TikTok USDS joint venture offers its users a library of licensed music from which songs may be selected for inclusion in videos. If you include in your video a song that was not chosen from the licensed library, then you confirm that you are the creator of that music and or that you have all the rights and permissions needed to use that music in your video. Except as expressly set out in these music terms, you acknowledge that no rights in the music, either in the sound recordings or the underlying compositions embodied in them, are licensed to you under the TikTok terms of service or these music terms. So what they're saying is, they're saying, look, we got a bunch of music that you can use for your posts, right? If you choose to use music that is not in the library that we have provided for you, then by you using that music, you are saying that you have created that music. So my artist on here, you have saying that you have created the music or you have the rights and permissions needed to use that music in your video. Now, remember, my people who make original music, remember TikTok has said there is no expectation of privacy when you come on this app. Whatever you put on this app, they can use at their leisure, right? So if you are a person who is trying to debut music on TikTok, it would behoove you to make sure that you have your copyrights in order, okay? Because again, once you put it on TikTok, they can use it however they want. So if you are a person who creates original music and you are trying to debut it on TikTok, you want to have a legal copyright in order. Because remember, TikTok has said whatever you put on this app, whatever you bring into the house, we could use it, okay? All right. So next they talk about how to include music in a video. How to include music in a video. Below, we describe some ways that you may choose to include music in your videos. In short, you should only include music in a video if you are sure that you have the rights or permissions to do so. Here are the ways you can include music. You can select audio from the general music library. When you upload your video content to TikTok, you can select music from a list of music recordings in our TikTok music library, which we call sounds. Sounds are made available to individual users to include in their videos, so long as the videos are only for personal entertainment and non-commercial purposes. You shouldn't use a music recording from sounds for any commercial purpose, including associating the music with or promoting a brand or business, unless you have obtained the necessary rights to use the music in that manner. So what they're saying is, if you can use the music, but you cannot be using the music that we provide you to make money. So if you are on here, let's say you did get a brand deal and you have to make a video for, whatever product you are reviewing, you cannot use the music in TikTok's general music library. They have a general music library and they have a commercial music library. So if you are promoting something for a brand, if you have a brand partnership and you have to review something for them, do not use anything from the general music library, okay? Now, so that's one way that you can include music. So you can select audio from the general music library. You can also select audio from the commercial music library. You can select music from the TikTok commercial music library, which we call commercial sounds. Unlike sounds, commercial sounds are made available to brands, businesses, commercial entities, advertisers, or other platform users, including individuals that may be using the platform for commercial purposes, collectively defined as a commercial user. Music recordings selected from the commercial music library can be used to promote a brand or for other commercial purposes. Your use of the commercial sounds is governed by the commercial music library terms, okay? So they're saying if you're on here trying to sell something, they have a separate library of music for that, okay? They have commercial music. So again, if you are a person who got a brand deal and you have to make a video, you can use their commercial music library to do that review, but you cannot use the music in their general music library, all right? Okay. And then the third way you can include music is to upload your own music. Finally, you can also upload audio from your own personal device, such as audio that contains music we've licensed for use on the platform, or your own original work by including such music directly in your TikTok video, original sounds. Your use of original sounds is governed by the TikTok terms of service. Now remember, hey Miosha, they're saying your use of original sounds is governed by the TikTok terms of service, which means that if you upload your original sound to TikTok, they get to keep it and use it however they want on the app. So if you are an artist and you're making music, make sure your work is copyrighted before you add it to the TikTok library, okay? Your use of original sounds is governed by the TikTok terms. So if you're a commercial user, you should not use an original sound uploaded by another user, okay? So if you are doing some type of brand review, you should not be using someone's original sound for your for your review of the product. Thank you for the heart, Mimiosha. How you doing, Shug? Okay. If you're a commercial user and you upload an original sound to your video, you confirm that 1, you own all the rights to the music included in the video, or 2, the music is otherwise permitted by law, or 3, you have permission from all necessary rights holders to use the original sound on the platform. So if you use a sound for commercial use that is an original sound and you didn't get it from the commercial use library, TikTok is saying you basically are saying that you have the right to use that music, okay? And they're like, we're not going to be held liable for that. All right. Thank you for sharing the live, Miosha. YouTheBomb.com, girl. All right. So now we've talked about how you can upload music. Let's talk about how you can use the music, okay? Music is part of the TikTok experience, but to use music on our platform, you must follow a few rules. Are we ready for the rules? If we're ready for the rules, please type rules in the chat. If we're ready for the rules, type rules in the chat. If we're ready for the rules, type rules in the chat. Thank you, Miosha. So, non-commercial uses. Unless you've selected a sound from our list of commercial sounds, music should only be used for personal, non-commercial purposes. Any other use of music to sponsor, promote, co-brand, or advertise, or in a way that creates an association between the music and a brand, product, good, or service is prohibited unless you have obtained separate permissions and all necessary rights. So, unless you have the right, thank you, honey, so funny. Unless you have the right to use, let's say, Cardi B's hello, it's me, hello, it's me, hello, right? Unless you have permission to use that for a commercial purpose. Now you could use it on a, if you're just trying to show the fit off and let them know what it is, cool. But if you are trying to use Cardi B's music because you're doing a brand deal for somebody, you can't do that, okay? So you can only use it for non-commercial purposes, non-commercial uses, unless you've taken it from the commercial sounds library, because they have a separate library. You love that song? Yes. They have a separate library for commercial use, okay? They said, look, we know y'all want to use music, but you can't use the regular music. So we have provided you some music here that you can use to sell stuff, right? All right, short form uses. Our global music license agreements. So they have music license agreements around the world. That's how we're able to use music on this app, all right? Our global music license agreements may require us to place limits on the duration of music that can be used in your video. While specific limitations vary, uses of music up to 1 minute in length are generally permitted. Right, so they're saying, look, you can use music, but you're not going to be able to use the thank you, Mrs. Roberts. They said you're not going to be able to use the whole song. So again, let's take, oh, thank you. Hey, football. Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Listen, I am from Boston. I might live in Maryland, but I am from Massachusetts, specifically Boston. Go Patriots. Bill Belichick is my coach. Tom Brady will forever be my quarterback, okay? Stephon Diggs might have 800 kids, but that man is doing his work on the field. Go Patriots. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So what they're saying is, you're not going to be able to use the whole song. If you want to use the Cardi B song, you're going to be able to use maybe the chorus. You're going to be able to use up to a minute of the song, but they're not going to let you use an entire 3 to 4 minute song for a video. Okay. Thank you for all the gifts. Oh my God. Let me see. Private dancer, dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. Well, not really. You gotta pay me a little bit more than that. You want me to do whatever you want me to do? Whatever you want me to do, I'm gonna cost a little more change than that. All right. No alterations or modifications. You cannot edit or alter the fundamental character of any copyrighted music unless you created the underlying music or otherwise have the rights or permissions to do so. So what they're saying is don't go around here remixing the music that we have provided in the library, okay? Do not go around here remixing the what do you call that? Remixing the sounds that we have put in the libraries. That is not for you, okay? So when you see the DJs out there, oh my God, what is that? Oh, confetti! Thank you. Thank you. So you cannot edit. Yeah. So when you see the DJs, the DJs can do that because they have their own licenses and they're mixing, but you cannot be a TikTok DJ. You can't come up here, take their stuff and then remix it for your own thing. Oh my gosh. You guys are incredible. All right. What else? No standalone audio. You should not use music separately as standalone audio without an accompanying video. So basically, you can't just have a black screen playing music. So you can't just have a post that's just, looking at a wall playing music. Everything but the kitchen sink, y'all. Listen, I am rich in TT gifts this morning. Go me. Um, yeah. So you can't just let's just say you really love Cardi. I'm gonna keep using Cardi as a an example. Let's say you really love Cardi and you just like, I want um what? Yeah. I'm one. Well, okay. So Honey So Funny. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. The sleep lives, but you can use the sounds within TikTok, right? So they have like the gentle, they have the romance and things like that. You could probably do that. But yeah, I don't know how that's going to affect the voice only lives. That's interesting. I'm interested to see how that pans out. Um no, so we have to see if the sleep lives become interrupted because of this new policy, because they're saying there must be video that accompanies the thing. All right. No illegal uses. Don't use music in an illegal manner in connection with illegal content or in violation of our community guidelines. In addition, music shouldn't be used in a political context or for political purposes unless you have separately obtained permission from all of the rights holders to do so. So, if there should, so I mean, I feel like that's pretty yeah. So Honey So Funny, they do have for the sleep live. So I think TikTok, you'll be able to use TikTok sounds. What they're saying is you can't turn on your Spotify and play that for people while you're sleeping. You have to use the InSound apps, or at least that's the way that I'm taking it. But again, this is open to interpretation. We'll have to see how that pans out. Okay. No illegal uses. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And also the political context, right? Now we are all free to express our political views, but you should not be using commercial music. You should not be using other people's music to promote that, right? So I don't know. You guys have seen like all of the administration's social media posts, especially having to deal with, the frozen water people and DHS and stuff like that. And they have been using a lot of copyrighted music, and they have been getting a lot of dings because it's a political it's a governmental organization, and the artists who they're using don't want it used. You have to get permission to use someone's music for a political campaign. You can't just use it, okay? Um, and then sharing videos on third party platforms. In some cases, you may be able to share TikTok videos to third party platforms through our service. If you do share your TikTok video to a third party platform, your TikTok video would be subject to the terms and conditions of that third party platform. So what they're saying is, just because the video, the use of the music is okay on the TikTok platform, if you're able to get it to another platform, it doesn't mean that it will be okay over there. So it might be muted. All right. So if you try and share something from TikTok over to the kilos, grams, and milligrams, it might get muted depending on their music policy. Okay. Um, Next, how you can use music if you're using commercial sounds. All right. Do you guys understand everything thus far? Is there anything that I need to clarify? Please let me know in the comments now before I move on. Let me know. Is there anything that I need to clarify for you guys before I move on? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, baby. Let me know, baby. Good so far? Okay. Good so far. How you can use music if you're using commercial sounds, business or commercial uses. Music selected from the commercial sounds list can be used for business or commercial uses, such as use in association with a brand, logo, or trademark, or other brand identifying characteristics. Commercial sounds are also made available for advertising, marketing, endorsing, sponsoring, or publicizing, including so-called paid hashtag challenges, a product and or service on the platform. So the commercial sounds can be used for anything that you are using to make money, okay? The commercial sounds can be used for anything you are doing on TikTok to make money. It's shared only within the platform. You may show or share videos that include commercial sounds created on the platform, within the platform, and using the sharing features on the platform. Any uses outside of the platform require you to obtain separate permission and license the necessary rights directly from all necessary rights holders unless authorized by the commercial music library. So what they're saying is if you're using TikTok commercial sounds, you should only be using them on TikTok. You should not be taking them and going to try and use them on other platforms. Okay? If you use commercial sounds, please read the commercial music library term guidelines here. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do that tomorrow as they apply to your use of commercial sounds. So for the rest of the week, we're just going to be going over these policies because I think it's very important that we understand this. All right. If everybody's cool with that, so for the next few mornings, we're going to be going over the policies. Please give me a thumbs up, so I know that you guys are down for the change in the schedule. Let me know if it's okay. All right. Let me know if it's okay. Because all right, cool. Thank you. All right. If you use commercial, okay. Next, part 6. How you can use music created with the assistance of generative artificial intelligence technology. So they're saying how you can use music created with AI. We respect the expressive value of AI music and the interests of both content creators and music rights holders. We also recognize that AI can make it more difficult to distinguish between fact and fiction. That's why we've set a few rules that should be followed if you upload a TikTok video that includes AI music, as set forth below. Do's. You should obtain all permission needed for any copyrighted music, trade names, or trademarks used in an AI music video. We may mute any music included in an AI music video or remove any AI music video if it violates a third party's rights or if we otherwise have a legal obligation to do so. For more information, see our intellectual property policy here. We'll go over that another day. But if you are making an AI video for some music, you better make sure that you got permission to use the music. So again, let's go back to Cardi. If you want to make your own AI video for Hello, you can't do that, okay? Because you don't have permission. If you upload an AI music video, you should provide clear disclosures. So they're saying if you make an AI music video, you need to tell people it's an AI music video. This can be done by using captions or hashtags such as AI cover, AI generated music, or AI music cover. You can add an AI generated content label to your video and learn more information. So if you are uploading an AI music video, they want you to disclose that either through hashtags such as AI generated music or AI music cover, or use the AI generated content label. Okay? You got to tell people if it's AI. Next, don'ts. You should not upload an AI music video which contains vocals which were created using a person's voice and are intended to create a false impression that the person's real voice is used in that AI music video. So, if let's say y'all know I be cutting up on here and I be singing, right? I don't sing for real. But let's say somebody takes my vocals and they make an AI music video out of it, right? And they use my vocals. You can't do that. That's mine. That's my voice. You can't use my voice. All right? So does that make sense? If you're making an AI music video, you can't use an actual person's voice. Does that make sense? Unless they've given you permission. Are we cool? We cool? Let me know. Let me know if we understand that, or do I need to explain that more? Let me know. Because this AI stuff is it's a lot. Okay? All right, cool. So you can't Milli Vanilli. That might be a dated reference for some people, but honey, you and I, we know Milli Vanilli, right? You can't Milli Vanilli with the AI. All right. Um, I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna let Honey So Funny talk about Milli Vanilli in her live, because she's in the music industry and she knows all the ins and outs of that, and she can explain it far better than I. Um, you should not falsely attribute the performance of the music included in an AI music video to a person who did not actually perform that music. So you cannot, I cannot, so Honey, let's say Honey So Funny, um, Honey So Funny uploads a AI music video and she uses Cardi B's Hello, right? She remixes it. I don't know. She does something to it. She makes an AI music video. And then she cannot say that Cardi B did it, because Cardi B didn't do it. You made that AI video. Cardi B didn't make it. You made it, right? You should not upload an AI music video that contains a person's likeness, such as an image or voice, if you have not received the necessary permission in accordance with applicable laws. So again, if somebody wanted to take my music shenanigans on here and make an AI video and use my face and voice, they cannot do that. Okay? You cannot do that. We may mute or remove any AI music video that misappropriates a person's likeness under the applicable law. If we find out that you out here perpetrating a fraud with your AI videos, we gonna take them down. Okay. Next, you should not upload an AI music video that is used for endorsements or violates any other policies. AI videos should not be used for branded content, for promoting brands. Okay. 7, using music in live streams. There are limitations around how music can be used in live streams. You cannot use sounds or commercial sounds in a live stream. To use recorded music or perform music in your live stream that you do not own, you must have all rights and permissions you need to use or perform the music in the live stream. So for me, when I see all the DJs on here doing their sets, DJs have to have licenses. Now, usually, if DJs are performing at venues, the venues will have the licenses, but because TikTok, it's a different place. TikTok does have some licenses, but DJs also have to have public performance licenses in order to be able to DJ. Okay. So, and they're saying that if you're gonna play music in the live streams, you can't use TikTok's excuse me, libraries for that. Okay. And then the last section for the music. Well, okay. What is it, honey? You got a question? Do you have a question? What's the question? You want to come up and ask the question? You can come up too if you don't want to type everything. I know that you're running back and forth in the mornings. Do you want to come up? Can you do your song battles?
Darla, you know I'm running
Hello,
around.
honey.
Good
I'm
morning.
home. Honey, she's home.
Good morning. Good morning. You know me too well. You know I'm running around. I'm over here trying to tap and talk and chat and
Yes. So what do you mean by your song battles?
I do song battles at night where they play 1 minute of each song, and they vote on who has the best song choice.
Well, they're using 1 minute.
Okay, so it is cool for the 1 minute.
Yeah, because remember in section we went over this in section
Yes, I remember the 1 minute. I do remember the 1 minute. Yeah, you
yes,
just went over it. I
short
do.
form
I do.
uses. Their global music license agreement may require to place limits on duration of music. While specific
Yes.
limitations may vary, uses of music up to 1 minute in length are generally permitted.
Okay, cool. I just want
Yeah,
to make sure because it was like you can't use music in live stream, and then but you said that part earlier, the 1 minute part, and I was like, okay, so is it okay in live stream for up to 1 minute? So it does apply to that. Okay, cool. I
yeah.
feel good now.
They're saying
Okay.
you can't use the TikTok provided sounds. Not in terms of your music, but in terms of the sounds in the TikTok library.
Okay.
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 All right. Excuse me.
Good stuff. Good
Okay.
stuff.
Permitted uses by law. As part of our mission to inspire creativity and bring joy, it is important to acknowledge that music may be used in transformative ways. While you must comply with these music terms, not all music is protected by copyright, and not all uses of copyrighted music would be unauthorized or require obtaining permission. For instance, you may use works that are in the public domain, and certain uses of copyrighted works may qualify for an exception or limitation to copyright infringement, such as a parody in jurisdictions that recognize fundamental user rights. So what they're saying is, yeah, we have these music terms, but it's not going to cover everything. It only covers stuff that's protected by copyright. So again, my music artists out here, before you upload anything to TikTok, any new music, you want to make sure that it's copyrighted, because again, anybody can use TikTok can use whatever you upload on here for their purposes, and they've also given other users the right to use your stuff that you upload on here. So if you are an artist who is trying to get your music, you get your music heard, honey, would you mind putting your mic on silent? Thank you. If you are a person who wants to get your music heard and you're using TikTok to do that, that's okay. Just make sure that your music is protected. And I'm going to plug somebody that you guys, my artists, should be in communication with. There is somebody on here. Her @ name is Admin for Creatives. Admin for Creatives. She is on here teaching you everything about the music industry, all the rights that you need to have. She's teaching about ASCAP, BMI, getting your royalties, all of that. Okay, so check out Admin for Creatives. Again, and then next section, we respect intellectual property rights. We allow rights holders to report user content on the platform that they believe infringes their copyrights. We have established policies that describe how rights holders can report claimed infringements and how users can dispute those reports. These policies apply to all types of copyrighted works, including music. For more information, see our copyright policy. We'll go over that another day. Jesus! All right. You should review these policies if you believe you have mistakenly received a takedown notification. We may remove or mute your video if we have reason to believe your use of music is unauthorized. You acknowledge that our audio recognition system may detect unauthorized uses of music and your content may be muted. If your content is muted or removed in error and you have the necessary rights to share music, or your use may be permitted by law, you can appeal the issue through our in-app notification processes, okay? So what they're saying is, look, we're going to do the best we can to, protect everybody's rights. We have, if you think somebody's using your stuff, you can report it here. If your stuff got taken down and you think we took it down mistakenly, check the policies and then you can report it here. But they're saying, look, we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we are staying on our P's and Q's when it comes to using music on this app, okay? All right. So that was the music terms of service, guys. If you want me to send you this the recording after I clip everything out. If you want me to send you the recording of this, it's gonna cost you a galaxy. If you want it personally, if you just want to watch it, I will put it up on one of my other apps outside of this later. But you're gonna have to go look for it. So again, if you want a copy of this reading of the music terms of service, it's gonna cost you a galaxy, but I will be putting it up on my other platforms, but you're gonna have to go look for them because I'm not giving nothing. Okay, it's either gonna cost you time or money. All right, but it will be properly labeled, so you should be able to find it easy, if you use context clues. All right, so that is where I'm going to leave you guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves and have a great day on purpose. Bye.